Recognizing karmic ties and debts. If you pay attention, you may notice a paradox. Often, the people closest to us can become the ones who cause us the most suffering. It is strange. While for some, relationships such as parent-child, husband-wife, siblings, lovers, or friends bring great joy, for others they bring only pain. Why is that? Because the law of cause and effect, karma, not only brings together those with deep positive affinities as family, but also arranges for those with heavy karmic debts, grievances, and entanglements to become family members so they can repay those debts. That is why much conflict often arises within families rather than only from society outside. Karmic debts are the deep root of family conflicts. To resolve them, we must first clearly understand the principle of debt. Types of karmic debt: debts of gratitude and debts of resentment. There are two types. 1. Debt of gratitude. When someone helps us, whether by giving money, material support, effort, saving our life, or offering guidance and beneficial teachings, anything that brings us benefit creates a debt of gratitude. If this debt is repaid within the same lifetime, it usually does not accumulate much interest, and things remain simple. You help me, I help you. It balances out. However, if the debt is not repaid, it carries over into future lives. The law of karma will arrange for debtor and creditor to meet again in countless ways, such as parent-child, spouses, siblings, friends, employer-employee, teacher-student, buyer-seller, etc., to repay not only the principal, but also the interest, which grows over time. Debts of gratitude are usually repaid in joy. Even without remembering past lives, a natural affection and urge to care for and help the creditor arises. This is the subtle power of karma. 2. Debt of resentment. This arises when we harm others. We then owe a debt to those we have harmed, whether humans or other sentient beings. Repayment follows a similar mechanism as debts of gratitude, but debts of resentment are accompanied by anger, conflict, suffering, and torment. They are not peaceful, because along with the debt comes the creditor's initial desire for revenge. Ways to repay karmic debts. There are two main ways. 1. The painful way, mutual suffering. People continue to both serve and hurt each other, enduring and inflicting suffering until the debt is repaid. Sometimes, even after the debt is settled, new harm creates new debts, reversing roles between debtor and creditor in future lives. This method is slow and painful, often leading to endless cycles of vengeance. In one life A harms B, in the next B harms A, then A harms B again, continuing without end. This happens because when harmed, we do not recognize it as karmic repayment from past lives. Instead, we generate resentment and the desire for revenge, causing repeated encounters. 2. The wise way, repaying through merit. The debtor actively creates merit through good deeds, especially spiritual practices such as paying respect to the Buddha, printing and sharing scriptures, creating Buddha images, chanting, reciting, or practicing mantras, making offerings to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, as well as worldly good deeds like charity and giving, releasing animals, saving lives, planting trees, building bridges and roads. The merit generated is then dedicated to the creditor, along with sincere repentance for past wrongs, and the intention to let go of resentment. This method repays debts quickly and peacefully. It not only benefits oneself by cultivating virtue but also benefits the creditor, transforming future encounters into positive connections that support spiritual progress toward enlightenment. A simple example: imagine someone orders a lavish meal at a restaurant but cannot pay. If they are completely broke, they must wash dishes and clean to repay the debt. It may take 10 years, and during that time, further damage may increase the debt, along with conflict and resentment. This is the inferior method. If they have a stable job, they can repay gradually with their salary, finishing the debt quickly. This is the superior method. Washing dishes is like repaying through mutual suffering. Earning money to repay is like creating merit and dedicating it to the creditor. Why spiritual merit works faster? Spiritual merit in Buddhism is said to be inexhaustible. A single wholesome cause can continue to bear fruit across countless lifetimes, even until full enlightenment is achieved. Worldly merit, by contrast, does not last as long. Practical guidance. How quickly debts are repaid depends on the size of the debt, the amount of merit dedicated. Each person's circumstances and conditions differ, so there is no fixed rule on what kind of merit must be created. Do what you can, as much as possible. After performing good deeds, one may dedicate merit with a prayer such as, I dedicate this merit to, name of the creditor, May their karmic obstacles be eliminated, may they become pure and free from afflictions, may all resentment be dissolved, may they develop bodhicitta, wisdom, and virtue, and soon attain supreme enlightenment. Final note. Many people who practice dedicating merit in this way have resolved conflicts with family members and others, even unseen karmic creditors. This approach not only resolves present karmic ties but also generates immeasurable merit for oneself and others across countless future lifetimes.